We have fed our dogs a raw diet for a few years now, and how we feed has changed over time as we've gotten more comfortable with what we are doing. You might have seen where we started with one of our more popular videos, and if not, you can see that here if you're interested. In that video, we used a pre-made grind that was available at a local pet store. Now we feed store-bought meat because we can be more economic and have more control over what we are feeding. Let's go over the basics of how we feed raw and what to look for so you can better understand how you might get started with raw feeding. When you're first starting out, you should choose a single protein to start. We currently feed chicken because it is widely available and inexpensive. We also feed beef to one of our dogs who struggles with allergies. You can find different beef options that are also less expensive, but these are not as widely or consistently available. Here, we are portioning a bottom round beef roast, but we also look for beef heart to provide the source of muscle meat because it is much less expensive than other cuts of beef, but it is still a great source of muscle protein. This roast cut usually comes in about 2 or 3 pound portions, which can provide several meals when portioned properly. You should also start feeding about 2% of your dog's ideal body weight per day. For our 25 to 35 pound dogs, that's about half a pound to 0.7 pounds of food per day. Now, you can see that we are actually feeding more than that here. That's because over time we have found our dogs maintain their ideal weight if you feed a little more than the baseline. Once you select your protein, you'll need a source of muscle meat, bone, and organ meat. If you choose to start with chicken, you get chicken thighs like these with the bones still in them, and chicken livers to cover all your dog's basic nutritional needs. When preparing your dog's meals, you want to aim for about 80% muscle meat, 10% bone, and 10% organ meat by weight. Once you weigh out your dog's meal, you can also trim it into smaller pieces to encourage smaller bites. Our dogs eat together for every meal, but we still cut their meals into smaller chunks so they don't try to swallow entire chicken thighs in one gulp. This will prevent choking and help with digestion. If your dog does eat more slowly on their own and you don't need to cut parts into smaller pieces, larger chunks that your dog has to chew will help keep their teeth cleaner, so find what works for you and your dogs. We use simple kitchen shears to trim our portions. These can fairly easily cut through chicken bones, so creating our portions is very easy. Remember, it is very important to only feed completely raw, uncooked bones. Cooked bones become brittle and can splinter rather than breaking cleanly into smaller pieces. Cooked and splintered bones can create sharp shards that may be hard for your dog to swallow. If you decide that you are more comfortable with cooked meat, make sure to get boneless proteins. You can see that we have a general idea of how much food our dogs need. I do not need to weigh each portion anymore because I've gotten comfortable with portioning over time. I can even tell when you get an extra large chicken thigh in one package or extra small thighs in another package, so I know to divide or add more to the portions accordingly. This comes from experience over time, so it might be helpful to use a scale in the beginning and carefully watch your dog to make sure they are maintaining a healthy weight. We also like to add spirulina or dried kelp to add fiber and other omega fatty acids that your dog needs as part of their healthy diet. You can also feed fish skins or fish to get some of the same fatty acids. For the last touch, I'm adding a much smaller portion of organ meat, like this beef liver. We feed beef liver because all of our dogs can handle the beef, it is still inexpensive, and it makes it easier for us to use only one source of organ meat. Chicken livers or beef kidneys are also great sources of organ protein that are full of vitamins your dog needs as a part of their diet. Just try and be mindful of any potential allergies your dog might have. Once you get everything portioned, it's time to eat. Normally it takes us about 15 minutes to prepare meals. You can prepare meals in advance, but for us, since we are feeding 5 dogs and 3 cats, we do not have enough freezer space to create pre-made meals.
Okay.
We hope this was a helpful starter's guide to raw feeding. If you have any questions, feel free to ask below in the comments and we will do our best to help. If you like what we do, please subscribe or like this video to help out our channel. We would like to be a resource for other pet parents looking to provide better care for their pets and share our experience with our 5 dogs. Thanks for watching.